California Penal Code 148G says we can record police in their capacity when they're working. Okay. How can we record you inside the courthouse?
Because courthouse rules say you can't.
So how is the judge able to make it? So my question is how is the judge able to make a rule that violates California Penal Code 148G and most importantly the Constitution?
I tell you what.
And why would you enforce it?
I'm telling you, you can't take these cameras and operate them inside the courtrooms. And you know
Absolutely, yeah.
Would you arrest us if we did? I'm just so we know the consequence, or get cited, or
you'd be asked to
Piss the judge off.
the judge would give us orders to, hey, get this guy.
to violate our Constitution, and you guys would enforce it.
It's the court rule of the courthouse.
Yeah, but it goes.
Enter the courthouse.
But the court rule goes against California Penal Code 148G and our Constitution. If the judge made a rule saying no women, are you going to say no women allowed anymore?
Welcome back. You're here today with your boy, anthonyx. And today I'm over in Fairfield, California, along with Vigil Antioch and NORCALCOPWATch. Together we'll be conducting a First Amendment audit to see if they honor and respect our rights to walk around this public building and work on our story in peace. That being said, let's just get right into it. Oh yeah, and make sure to check out my new merch store, link in the description. And of course, no bootlicking. Fairfield, California, Solano County Criminal Court. Let's do this, baby. Hell yeah.
Not seeing anything. Subject to search? Well, that's fine. I don't have anything illegal. Let's see here. Hello. Is this the court building or is this the actual sheriff department?
That's the sheriff's department. The court building is technically everywhere else.
Everywhere else. Gotcha. So this part is just a regular sheriff department.
Sheriff's office, yes.
Gotcha. Oh. Got the safe distancing. And there's no sign saying that we can't walk this way.
Well, it's not come to security if you want to go inside the sheriff's office.
That's just a public area.
Well, you still have to come to security
Is there a law?
because this is technically still the courthouse here. That's just the sheriff's office.
So is this the entrance to the court?
This is an entrance to the court, yes.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Do you make employees go through there as well, just to make sure? I don't know if you heard about the VTA, the bus center, like 2 years ago over in San Jose. It was actually an employee shooting. He went crazy, like went postal, and he killed like 6-7 people over there in Santa Clara County, kind of across from the Santa Clara building. So,
So long as they show their tags or IDs.
but you still make them walk through here just to make sure we're all safe.
If they have their tags and IDs, I can let them come on through.
But through the metal detector.
They come on through.
Yeah, but through the metal detector.
Come on through.
Again, but not come on through here. They come through the metal detector. Through the metal detector. It's a yes or no question. Do you want to answer my question? It's just a simple question.
I'm just giving you an answer.
I just want to make sure, like, if I'm in there and say a disgruntled employee comes through, I want to make sure that I'm safe.
Well, that's fine.
Because just because they have a badge that they work here doesn't mean that they're not going to do something crazy.
All I'm telling you is they just come on through if they shouldn't.
Come on through where?
Come on through this, or they just walk right here? You want to answer the question, or you're just going to evade? So, sir, you're impeding my investigation right now. I'm going to have to ask you to please answer my question. What's your name and badge? What's your name and badge, please?
Officer Wu, badge number 50.
Could you spell that for me, please, the last name? Double what?
W-U.
W. Easy. Appreciate you.
All right, guys, let me pause it just for a moment. Let me really make sure you understand the severity of the situation. So we, the people, if we want to enter this public building, we must walk through the security checkpoint and metal detector to keep everyone safe. I have no issues with that. My big concern is, and guys, this is serious, why are the staff members allowed to make their own choice if they walk through the security checkpoint and metal detector or around it? This makes no sense and kind of defeats the whole purpose. If you guys remember, over in Santa Clara County at the VTA Center, right next to the sheriff department where you think everything would be safe, a disgruntled employee walked into the VTA maintenance yard and killed 9 of his fellow staff members. So in my opinion, if you're going to have the security checkpoint where you have to walk through this metal detector, it should be mandatory that everyone walks through it. That's just my opinion. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section.
That's all public area, right?
No, but I see a camera up there on the wall. So are you guys breaking the law?
Technically a business too.
Yeah, and we're conducting business.
And it's business's right to have some sort of cameras in the right?
If it was a private entity, yes, but not a public entity. I went through the metal detector. And I said, this is the sheriff part, so I'm allowed to be in there.
In a minute? Okay. Oh, hell yeah. You guys in?
Who's that?
Is that just a regular camera, handheld GoPro thing?
Yeah, just a regular. I'm not high tech, man.
Okay.
Yeah, so my question is, I went through the metal detector, which I can understand for everyone's safety. I'm good to go.
Yeah.
But let's say a public employee goes through, right? Let's say they have the badge and everything. And they show it. Do they still have to walk through there, or do they just skip it and walk through here?
If they have a badge.
Like an employee badge or whatever they use, or card, or...
Yeah. All right. So that's a good question. And unfortunately, you're talking to a guy who's here filling in for the guy who usually holds this position.
Okay.
So luckily, you got a guy who's filling in for...
Because he said they just kind of go on through, but he didn't say if they go through
The
here
thing about
or
it
here.
is, my understanding is, okay, and this isn't my normal assignment.
Okay.
But my understanding is that for our employees, such as employees across the way, and anybody who works for the county, especially people who work like the DA's office, public defender's office, who come through these doors every day, we see
Right.
the same faces every day go through here, is that when they get an employee badge, that gives them certain, I don't know, considerations, like,
Privileges.
well, I wouldn't say privileges, it's more like, you know, we're not going to,
They bypass.
they still gotta walk through here.
So they do walk through this.
They're gonna still walk through here, and maybe they might walk around, I don't know, but it's like, if you have the attorneys coming through here,
Who knows?
they come around and they have been pre-screened, and there's like promise, oh, I won't bring these things in here, and we kind of hold them to their word to a certain
Right.
extent. A lot of people still will come through here and put their suitcases here, like your private attorneys and people like that. But people are, I think, with the DAs and the public defender's office or the judge.
They should still walk through
We're
here.
trusting the judges, right? Now,
The reason I'm mentioning this is you probably heard about 2 years ago, the VTA in San Jose, the yard for the VTA, there was a mass shooting in there for like 6, 7, 8 people died, and it was a worker that, you know, had authorization to be around there. But if they would have had metal detectors that he went through, maybe that could have been prevented. So that's my thing is, you know, if you get a disgruntled employee, like going postal, like they say, I hate to use that term, you know, in my opinion, everybody should, if we have to go through it, everybody should have to go through it.
the man who makes that call, he's on the 5th floor of that building right up there.
Right.
He's the county administrator. And, you know, I think that, you know, this is more like a county policy from what I understand.
Yeah.
This is the state-ran courthouse.
Because I would like to know if I went in there or you went in there, your family went in there, that we're all safe.
I totally
You
understand
know,
your concern.
it's that 1 in a million chance that someone goes, you know, has ill
Totally
will.
understand that concern.
So, and you are familiar with that VTA incident,
I think I
right?
heard that story. I'm not, you know, don't know all the details.
Yeah.
You know,
He didn't go out shooting members of the public. He went
in.
and started shooting up, you know, his own teammates, you know, on there. It was right next to the sheriff department in Santa Clara County.
Okay.
On there, it happened, I could give or take a little bit, but about 2 years ago, 1.5 2 years ago. And it was a tragic moment.
No doubt. No doubt they will.
Ma'am, the metal detector, please. Ma'am, you have to enter through the metal detector.
There's our answer.
Ma'am,
There's our answer.
ma'am, I need you to enter through the metal detector, please. Wow. So she's a clerk, and she gets special privileges, guys. Hopefully,
You got that on camera?
I'm sorry, but you're failing right now. You've been very cordial. I appreciate your demeanor. However, as far as doing your job here, what if she had something? What if she had a bad day? What if she's going to go in there and start shooting up people? You just let her go by. How can you trust her but not me? Just went through and she refused.
Here's the thing, guys, to answer to your question.
Right.
Sorry.
The answer to your question is that this is, the courthouse are run by the state of California.
Okay.
They set the rules and the policies, okay? What we do here at the sheriff's office is we enforce those rules and policies set forth by the state courts. Now, if you have any further questions other than that, the county administrator across the street can help you with what
I know
what
you don't
those
make,
rules
you know,
are.
exactly. And I know you don't make the rules. He doesn't make the rule, but I just wish when I asked him the question originally, he could have simply said, you know what? They don't.
He's doing what he was told he is to do. You want the background, the history, the reason why?
I just wanted to
You might
know.
not know the why.
It was a simple
Just
yes
know
or,
the what.
I just asked him a simple yes or no question. It was a yes or no question.
All right, and that's fine.
Like this right here. There you go.
And I'll help you guys the best I can with whatever
I've got a
information you
very
need.
important question.
Ma'am, We need to check you, please.
She beat and didn't get stopped.
I think she has the county manager. Rules say you can't-
So how is
you can't record it.
how is the judge able to make it? So my question is, how is the judge able to make a rule that violates California Penal Code 148G and most importantly, the Constitution?
I tell you what.
And why would you enforce it?
Go to the judge and ask me that question.
I would love to. They never. I've actually emailed several. They never answer. They never answer.
Hey, just remember, this guy's doing his job.
No, I appreciate him. I appreciate him.
He's doing his job.
To the judges above and beyond.
You have reign of the courthouse, but I'm telling you, you can't take these cameras and operate them inside the courtrooms, and you know that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Would you arrest us if we did? I'm just so we know the
You would be-
consequence,
no, you would
or
be
get
asked-
cited, or
You'd be asked to.
Piss the judge off.
The judge would give us orders to, hey, get this guy out.
to violate our Constitution, and you guys would enforce it.
It's the court rule of the courthouse.
Yeah, but it
When
goes.
you enter the courthouse.
But the court rule goes against California Penal Code 148G and our Constitution. How come a judge gets to? I mean,
Take that up with the
if the judge told you no black people, if the judge said no women allowed,
You're gonna know it all in this.
if the
I
judge,
already told you you're
if the judge made a rule saying no women, are you going to say no women allowed anymore?
Okay.
I'm just curious. I mean, it sounds like you're enforcing policy. It is a serious question.
You're throwing-
No, I mean, sir, I'm not trying to be sarcastic. It's a serious question.
Let's just end this on a friendly note.
I would just like to know that, you seem like a good guy.
If you have any questions, just from here on forward, please take it up with the state
No,
courts and with the Judges Association or whoever else who sets the rules.
I hear you on that.
Don't come on the guys who are asked to enforce.
But you swore an oath, though. Why would you uphold it? Why would you not uphold it?
Because for all you know, there might be an exception to that.
There's no exception to the Constitution.
Hey, tonight when you have some downtime,
The first, look at this lady just walked right through.
give that some thought.
Wow,
Yeah, employee of the sheriff.
unreal. Hopefully
Can we go to
she.
the judges upstairs or no?
You cannot go to judges' chambers.
No, whatever this is right here. Is this public accessible or no?
That is public access after you go through the security.
Yeah, we already went through the security.
So we can go up there.
I don't have a problem with you guys in the courthouse, as you know, though. You cannot go into the court.
So my question is, if I go up there and
Okay?
This is not courthouse upstairs, right?
No, it's just like an
so fair warning, you warned us not to have our cameras on. If we do have our cameras on up there, what's the consequence? So I can make a right decision. What's the consequence?
We're just gonna ask you not to. I've already told you can't.
Right.
I already told you that's the rule.
No, and I hear you, and I'm on camera saying, hey, I heard what you said. What's the consequence?
We're just gonna ask you to politely not go in there with the cameras. If you do, we're gonna politely ask you to then turn them off. If you refuse to, we're gonna politely ask you to please leave the courthouse.
And if we respectfully decline, no, and I'm just saying if we
Why
respect,
would you not want to?
He's avoiding.
Why would you not want to? If we ask
because I want to exercise my rights. I mean, why would you? If I told you not to wear that shirt anymore, are you going to not wear it?
the rules of the
No, but what would be the
courthouse,
consequence?
you can choose to follow the rule of the courthouse
Right.
or not.
And my question is, if I don't, what's the consequence? Will I be arrested? Will I be cited? Will you physically tackle me and escort me out if I choose not to? If I choose to respectfully,
Why would that happen?
if I choose to respectfully decline your request of not recording, and you ask me again not to record, and I'm upstairs, will I be arrested? Will I be tackled, or will I be cited? Or will you just? Will you? No, I'm.
You're taking leaps and bounds on your question.
Well, because I'm going to go up
There's no
there.
reason why that should even be escalated.
Well, because I'm gonna go
We're
up-
not gonna escalate it to that point. I don't know why.
So,
you would.
that's what I'm.
Simply just note this.
Okay,
The rules are.
rules, but not law.
Okay.
Not
We'll take that
Constitution.
with the judges, because the judges have made that rule.
Okay, so that's my question. So, what's the consequence though for violating it?
Well, which is like I said.
Will I get
We're
it
just
too?
gonna ask you not to do it, and then we're gonna ask you to leave. And why wouldn't you follow it? If we feel like we have a lawful,
Unconstitutional order. Okay.
and you're choosing not to follow it.
Yeah, so that's my
Why
que-
would you not? You guys seem like you're respectful.
We are.
law-abiding
And so if I choose,
citizens. That's all.
but if I choose to exercise my rights rather than your rules, what will be the consequence? You're still evading the question.
I am not evading the question. I am telling you.
You're not being forthcoming with me.
I'm telling you that the judges set the rules.
I'm being,
And if you
sir.
have a question about the rules, you can talk to the judges in the court and the state court system that made those rules and just asked us to enforce them.
But we can't film
Okay.
when we talk.
So, sir, I'm being forthcoming with you. So my question is, will there be a consequence if I go up there and record? So I guess it looks like there's no consequence. They'll just request us not to record. They'll politely ask us to leave. And if we say no, then I guess they don't do anything.
It's the sheriff's.
So it's just a way for them. And you know what?
Security.
So if you're not, like you said, not a sworn deputy, do you still have to swear an oath then to get where you're at right now? To the Constitution. Okay, so whether you're a sworn deputy or not, that's irrelevant then. You did swear an oath to the Constitution. That's the most important thing.
On my experience and training, sir.
First Amendment, freedom of press. We have a right to record. California Penal Code 148G says we can record law enforcement in their full capacity while they're working. How can a judge make an order that goes against not only California Penal Code, but our Constitution? I hear you, and we're trying. Trust me, we're trying. It's one step at a time, and like I said, I respect you. You're doing your job, but your job doesn't say to violate the Constitution.
Well, guys, at this point, we're just basically going in circles. I'm going to go ahead and go upstairs, record for a couple minutes, and see what happens.
All right, guys, so we're on the second floor of the courthouse. Under threat of arrest, I will leave, but sorry, my shoes squeak, guys. It's really quiet in here. But the deputy did not want to answer my question. He basically said, they will ask us to leave. And he was like, well, why wouldn't we want to leave? Well, because I want to exercise my rights. Hopefully we don't get a corrupt judge. Tries to pull some bullshit like, you know. I kind of want to walk through here. There's some police vehicles back there. Try to get us in contempt of court or something and put me in jail for 30 days with my bad back. That would be very bad. You can see there's not much to see in here. Like, what's the issue with fucking recording in here? I'm not here to intimidate people going to court. I'm not here to record someone, you know, their case or anything. I just want to peacefully walk around and see how it looks. You can see they got cameras up there. At least they are recycling, which is good. No talking, smoking, gum chewing permitted in the courtroom. Huh. I have to look on the map. So this is gated off right over here. I wanted to see if we could walk through this to that back sally port. Might have to walk around the whole building. Well, the courts are closed anyways. Look at this. But they make a big issue about us walking up here with a fucking camera. All right. He's probably watching me on the screens and monitors and whatnot, but he's not making an issue. My back is kind of hurting though, guys. I had to stop quite a few times when I was driving over here. I'm gonna take the elevator, guys. My back is killing me. Wow, guys, look at this. The elevator permit expired 2021. The last inspection was in 2020. Unreal. Whew. Yeah. I just had to take a little break. My back was killing me. Hey, I know it's not your area, but just maybe to pass it on to a supervisor, I was looking at the inspection in there, and the last time it was inspected was in 2020. I think it's every 12 months that they're supposed to inspect that elevator for safety. If you go look at it, it's expired though. Yeah, appreciate it, brother. Take care.
Well, guys, there you have it. Fairfield, California. Courthouse, what are your thoughts? Pass or fail? You be the judge. Honestly, the sheriff deputies were pretty cordial. They weren't too bad. I get it. They're just trying to do their job. However, their job is not to enforce policies. It's to enforce law, and most importantly, our Constitution, in which they swore an oath to protect, and most importantly, trumps everything else. In the end, I did actually go upstairs to the actual courthouse and did record a little bit. It is what it is. Make sure to stay tuned for a little bit of bonus footage, and definitely go check out my merch link in the description. Great way to show support. Last but not least, no bootlicking. Fairfield, California, out of here, guys. Peace.
Sorry, what was that? I can't be taking pictures? Who are you? Are you a sheriff deputy? Because your tag's not around, so I don't know who you are. Do you even have authority to give me anything?
Well, this is a courthouse, so you can't be using cameras or anything
I'm not in the courthouse.
unless you're on
I'm not inside the courthouse. California Penal Code 148G says we can record police. How can we record them if we're not allowed in there? Our Constitution, First Amendment, freedom of press, says we can go in there. Sir, you can't use your phone in the courthouse. Sir, you're in violation, brother. He's trying to say this is the courthouse. I'm like, I'm just in a parking lot.